The child welfare system touches more lives than many of us realize. Since 1921, Amara has been working to meet the needs of children in the Puget Sound region. From foster support to prevention and youth programs, Amara helps reduce trauma, strengthen families, and create paths to healing across our region. CEO Farron Johnson is with me this morning to tell us more about this. Thank you so much for being here today and for the important work that you all are doing.
Yeah, I am excited to be here. I grew up in foster care, so as a CEO, it has more of a personal touch, lived experience touch for me. I also intersected in a lot of those spaces, entering into the system at 6 months. So I was a child ward of the state. So kinship at that time was not an option for me. So I was placed in foster care, but having to navigate the system was really, really tricky for my foster mom. So being able to be in this space to help influence that, to bring impact around that and support our families better it's just exciting to be here.
And I do think sometimes having lived experiences helps you be able to better connect and better just make people feel more comfortable because it's something that you went through.
Yes.
For people at home who don't know about Amara, tell them exactly what you all do.
All right, so Amara, and you mentioned it earlier, 1921, so we're 105 years old. A lot of our DNA and root work is centering children and youth who are impacted by the child welfare system. So some of that looks like we license foster families. We license kinship families if they would like to be licensed, but they don't have to be. We also bring in a lot of prevention support services. We have a teen drop-in center. We have a family resource center, and we can talk a little bit more about that. But our goal is to wrap full service supports. It's not enough just to have one access to try to come through a system that sometimes comes with a lot of trauma. So our goal is to touch all of the community around that young person the best that we can so that they can thrive on the other side of foster care.
Wow, and when you think about that, that is just such important work, especially here in the state of Washington, where I think we have 4,900 children in the foster care system. So what does that look like for families in our communities?
Actually, that's trending down.
Okay.
A lot of that has to do with, though, not really penalizing families who are in poverty, right? No one should be losing their children because they have a housing instability. So we had to push up against that a little bit so that we can really help our families just maintain and stabilize. The other pieces is, our state has keeping families together legislation. So we're working really hard, to be able to ensure that whenever safely possible, young people are able to reunify. If not, then we're going to place them in the best foster care space that we can and get those supports around them.
And when you talk about some of the challenges, I know you mentioned kinship, what are caregivers navigating right now?
Oh my gosh, there's so much. They really need a better connected system. Sometimes it's a lot of one-off, when you're becoming a kin family or a foster family, you're not always prepared for all the things. And so having a space where you can go to one place and get what you need, whether you have a youth who's moving from school districts, you need to know about that. Where is that child going to get their wellness care? You need to know about that. And sometimes it can be overwhelming for families. And so being able to coordinate our systems a little better so that our families aren't running around reaching, trying to get the resources they need and they can really focus in on the young person that's in their care.
Right, and kind of streamlining that process, I feel like makes people want to reach out for more help because they don't feel like they're getting a runaround and it's easy. So I think that's really important. Yeah. I know you all also focus on prevention at Amara, but can you talk about how programs like the Tacoma Family Resource help families before those crises or different hard times hit?
Yeah, our Family Resource Center is a place where whether you are impacted by child welfare or at risk of it, or you just need some support, we have a food pantry, we have a diaper bank, we have concrete goods, we have a farm, we have eggs, we have chickens, we have goats, we have sheep, we have llama, right? We're trying to create a space where families can come in, not just about getting connected to services, but where are places where they can heal, where they can ground, where they can be still, get the things that they need, not from a place of shame, right, but from a place of dignity. So that's the prevention piece that we want to bring in.
I love it, making people, no matter what you're going through, understanding that we are all human. And I know you all have a gala coming up.
We do.
Can you talk about how important these funds will be to help keep things going and all of the work you all are doing to keep it thriving around here?
Yeah, so our gala, Together We Thrive, again, I mentioned we're 105 years old, so it's very special. It's our annual fundraiser. This is unrestricted funding, right? This allows us as a nonprofit to be able to pivot and move with the needs of our community, with our young people, with our families. When it's restricted, it makes it harder for us to really get in and pivot as families need. So unrestricted funding to help us support all of our programs. All of them always need program cost support, salary support, and so we're able to take those funds and pivot it that way.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for the important work that you all are doing. And we will be posting more information about the gala and how people can get involved on our website. But again, we just appreciate all of the work that you all are doing over at Amara.
Thank you so much.
And don't forget that you can find more information about the gala on our website. It will be Thursday, April 30th at the King Street Ballroom in Seattle.